This segment is sponsored by Travis W. Watkins Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. It is Tax Tip Tuesday with Travis W. Watkins Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. And of course, Travis is with us today. He is principal and senior attorney with that firm. And we're here to talk taxes, and we have a question. Should someone represent themselves against the IRS? I've often wondered this.
Sure. Well, and I'm a tax lawyer, so you're probably expecting that I'm going to say, absolutely, you better hire an attorney, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to say that that may not always be the case.
Really?
There are some times where you may do better with the IRS than having a representative. Those situations would be if you've received like a paper audit from the IRS, and what that means is a lot of times the IRS will send out correspondence via letter and say, prove to us that this expense is valid, or tell us a little bit about why your numbers on your income don't match up with our numbers. Send it back within 30 days, or agree to it, and we'll just go ahead and make that change. A lot of times that's okay for you to do on your own. Another instance would be if you owe less than, say, about $2,500. It's probably not cost effective for you to hire an attorney or a tax representative in that case. There are, however, situations there where you can go and get on the internet. Our firm, for example, has TravisWatkins.com has lots of tips that you can use in those situations. Those are about the only things, though, I would say that you would want to do on your own.
Well, I appreciate your honesty,
you
though.
Bet,
yeah.
you bet.
But then on the other hand, there's some things you really should.
Yeah. For instance, payroll tax problems. If you're a small employer or a large employer, and you have payroll problems, that's one that you don't want to go it alone on. You want to hire a representative, someone who works with the IRS every day, because, hey, the IRS, they are pretty nasty when it comes to you owing money, and they're skilled at this, they're experienced with it, and you want to be on a level playing field, so hire a local licensed tax lawyer for those things.
Well, and what are some of the things that you guys can do?
You bet. What we do is file old tax returns. It's usually our first order of business. We figure out what's going on with your master tax file that the IRS has. We get that through the Freedom of Information Act. And we do a customizable plan for you that you can execute. We also stop immediate threats to folks' livelihood, levies, seizures, those types of things.
Garnishing your wages.
Exactly, exactly. That's what they do, and we work with the IRS every day to stop those immediate threats to folks' financial livelihood so that they can get a good night's sleep again. We hear that across the board. Man, they're messing with my sleep. I can't sleep at night.
I've seen those testimonials. That's what everybody says. Well, I also, though, another thing, I imagine a lot of people think, I can't afford to hire somebody. But you know, so I'm going to be upfront. What would the cost be? Sure,
and that is a common I'd say misconception that you can't afford a tax attorney. There is a kind of a rule there of thumb, I guess, that usually the locals around here charge about 10% of what you owe. That's not across the board in every case, but that's a pretty good rule of thumb. For sure, you'll want to know up front what you're going to be getting into with your tax attorney, and get a fixed fee, a flat fee if you can.
Instead of, like you said, hourly could be a problem.
The sky's the limit with a lot of outfits, and they just charge you hourly, which I'm here to say, you know, the IRS, even sitting there on hold at an hourly rate as an attorney would be completely cost ineffective for someone. And it's kind of funny, we have some proprietary software that actually just dials the IRS. Computers do all day long, and we just pick one up, and we're guaranteed 5 minutes to talk to a representative, and boy, that saves a lot of time.
I would say that puts you ahead of the game right there.
Definitely.
Oh, well, I really appreciate, we all appreciate your honesty about this, because you know, it's a touchy subject, you know, for sure. Well, if you are needing help or information, call the Travis W. Watkins Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. It's located at 3033 Northwest 63rd Street, Suite 200E. Their phone number, 405-607-1192. Or toll free at 1-800-721-7054. And you can also find them online at traviswatkins.com.